Who is Eileen Gray? Well, here she is as I painted her some 10 years ago. I did a few of her portraits all taken from the same photo, and they are strung across the top of a larger painting underneath, which is a homage to her carpet designs. You can just get a glimpse of them there in my messy studio. If you were to ask anyone in Grafton Street in Dublin, or anywhere else in Dublin, or anywhere else in Ireland for that matter, who Eileen Gray was, nobody, virtually nobody, would know. Contrary-wise, most people would have heard of Yves Saint Laurent, the fashion mogul, and it's because of him that I'm making this vlog. As you all know, Yves Saint Laurent died some time ago, and there was a huge sale by Christie's of his art collection. Now you see that chair, do you see that chair? It's called the Dragon Chair.
I'd like to have won the lottery last week. I would have bought this armchair. I love the style of the 20s.
And that armchair was designed in the late 1920s by Eileen Gray. And Eileen Gray is Irish. And her armchair went for a cool 21.9 million euro, that is. Eileen Gray grew up along the banks of the River Slaney. The family house could best be described as having been restored beyond recognition and the grounds annihilated. But it's where Eileen Gray grew up and lived until she left Ireland to study in both London and Paris. We're so used to modernity these days, it's hard for us to conceive that some of these artifacts were designed 100 years ago. Eileen Gray was way ahead of her time. She was avant-garde and a minimalist long before the word had been coined. She was admired by and an inspiration to the designers of her day, including Le Corbusier. Corbusier became obsessed with the house that Eileen Gray built in the south of France, the house she called E1027. In 1929, it was profoundly modern. This is some of the famous lacquer work. And so in Ireland, I do think that we should be proud of those of us who have been so outstandingly successful instead of ignoring them. And I can't fathom for the life of me why her home wasn't made into a museum. That's what would have happened in any other country. Maybe one day Ireland will catch up and realise the worth of one of her daughters, namely Eileen Gray, and that a chair designed by her came to sell at 21.9 million in February 2009. Thank you for your time.